Do you like Duck Dynasty? Have you heard of Duck Commander? Are you a fan of Phil Robertson? Do you like faith films? Well, The Blind might be a movie for you. And that's what we're talking about today. Theme music.
Two sides of the same coin.
That podcast is weird.
Hello, and welcome to Two Sides of the Same Coin. I am your loony host. The host who is a big Duck Dynasty fan of, I would say a decent fan of this film. And this is a podcast where nerds come to talk about our nerdisms. And today I'm kind of taking a page out of the Godfellas playbook. Zach, please don't come and hunt me down. Today we're talking about the newest faith film, heavily produced by the Robertson family, The Blind. And to talk with me about The Blind today is a good friend of mine, a friend. We've been friends for almost
lifelong friends. I'd say
lifelong, yeah, almost 2 decades.
Wow.
That's
a couple years. It'll be 2 decades.
Don't remind me. And a fellow Duck Dynasty fanatic,
fellow Duck Dynasty enthusiast,
my friend Jaden. Give it up for him.
Woo!
Once again, we're here with a live studio audience. No, that's not true.
Not so live studio audience. Thank you for having me, Noah.
Oh, I'm glad.
We've been talking about doing a podcast together for a while.
Since the beginning. Since the beginning.
And it finally worked
happened. Out. Yeah. And the thing is,
and what a better one to start off.
Yeah,
with.
That's true. And this also gives us an opportunity to talk about Duck Dynasty a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, some people. I don't know if I've talked about Duck Dynasty on this podcast before. I don't know. I loved the show.
I thoroughly enjoyed
I think
Duck
that's
Dynasty.
where I discovered the Robertsons.
And I went on the Duck Dynasty. So I watched Duck Dynasty when it originally came out, and then I got back into it.
Didn't it come out 2012?
Yeah, it was early.
It was early because I know. What? How did we get into it? I remember we were at in middle school. We were at a family. Yeah. We were at a family event.
Yeah.
And they were doing Family Feud, and one of the questions is what's one of the most popular TV shows our students are watching? Duck Dynasty was one.
I remember, which isn't surprising coming from Psycho. My first memory of it was my parents talking about it.
Okay.
And then, I was very heavily influenced by my older brothers, and my older brothers did not like it.
Yeah. So
when it originally came out, I was not about it.
Yeah.
But then, I watched it and realized, oh, I was an idiot. Yeah. I'm actually, I love this show.
I think we started watching it, and I really got into it.
But that was 2012 is when I was talking crap on it. And then 2013, but it wasn't long until I jumped on board.
I still watch the show to this day.
Oh, yeah.
I think literally not even because we were going to see the movie tonight, I watched a couple episodes before I went to the theater.
I think I watched it more now than I did back then. And
I got 2 box sets down there if you can see them.
It was funny, the last time, so we watched this movie twice. We watched it right as it came out, and then now it's 2 weeks after it came out, and we watched it just to refresh it on in our brains. But the first time we watched it, I went home and started watching Duck Dynasty, and you had reminded me of an episode. What was it? It was the one where they it was the Bradshaw one.
Yeah,
it was the one where they.
Yeah, I'm going to look up the name to that
blindfold
episode.
on. I think it was Jace, Martin, and Godwin. Phil put a blindfold on. And I didn't know the name of the episode, but it was the first episode I clicked when I got home. It just happened to be on my YouTube suggested page. And then halfway into it, tickets to the fun show, because it's the one where Cy wins the
poker night.
Wins the poker night, and they get pizza and pizza at the arcade.
Yeah,
and he gets
that's
all
one of my
favorite
episodes. Yeah,
that is a good one.
Yeah, I love that episode. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got into Duck Dynasty. I mean, and it wasn't long until my family got into Duck Dynasty, and that was the show we all watched together. Granted, I'm the one who's still watching it now. But we all kind of got into, like, we wanted to know more about the Robertson family.
Yeah.
And I think there was two intriguing parts about the show. One was just that despite, like, being wealthy rednecks, they were that's
the dream, wealthy redneck.
they were entertaining, they were funny.
Yeah.
And also it's like they were relatable, and they were people of faith. And granted, because and they do talk about this some, is they were very limited on how much they could talk about their faith.
I feel like they still got a pretty good influence.
Oh yeah, because the thing is, it's like, because of watching the show, you get bits and pieces of their story. If you watch the show, you get bits and pieces of, like, the full story. And then when you're watching The Blind, you kind of get to
get the full story.
Fit all those pieces together.
Yep. And it's cool seeing elements of the show in The Blind.
Oh, that was
like Cy saying "Hey Jack" and
well,
stuff like that.
I think that's just Cy. I think he's been doing that probably since
But it's cool to see those elements of, like, okay, these are actually the same people that we're watching.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it is a real story.
Yeah.
But, like, when I got back in, like, I watched the show when it came out, but when I got back into Duck Dynasty years later, probably 2 years ago, I went on, like, the deep dive. Like, I started listening to Unashamed.
Yeah.
I started listening to, not so much Sadie Robertson's podcast, a little bit, but hers is more...
I've listened to her preaching.
Yeah, her podcast is more, like, oriented towards females.
Yeah.
But I'll tune into an episode every once in a while.
I like watch her preachings, like her sermons, because she's, like, on fire for the Lord.
Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to go to Passion Conference next year.
And is she going to be at that?
Yeah, she's going to be there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Incredibly excited, so I hope that works out like I want it to.
Yeah, I don't know. I would... Okay, the dream, I would love... to do a podcast episode with the Robertson family would be awesome.
That would be
But
insane.
honestly, I would just love to sit down and have a meal with all of them.
Oh, that would be insane.
Yeah, that would be. I would
sit down around the dinner table and just talk.
I would literally want. I want to hear probably some more stories. Granted, I've heard a lot of them. I've read Phil's book, Unfiltered. That goes a little bit more in depth than The Blind does.
I've not read Unfiltered.
It's really good. You should read it. I need to reread it. Psychology 101, that's Cy's autobiography. I want to reread that too. I know Willie and Jace, I think all the major...
All the guys have books.
I think they all have books. Because they've all gone through, like, some rough stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I have not really done the dive into the books as much as I have into the podcast
that was
and into the TV shows.
I think, when was the last time? I think I read them in, like, middle school and high school.
Yeah.
And that was more when we were required to read. And I'm just getting back into reading now because education ruined reading for me. Because we were forced to read a lot of depressing, dystopian, and, like... some of the stuff was historical, but it was very, like... I know the Holocaust is important, but do we need to read, like, four different
Holocaust books?
Yeah. I think we did. I think it was, like, 3 or 4. Because we read The Diary of Anne Frank.
I just spark notes them all.
We read Night.
Yep.
And then The Book Thief is I
honestly can't remember. It was a lot. It was a while ago. I spark notes a lot of that. I was not the most responsible person in high school.
I think I read more in high school than I did in college.
Yeah.
College, I just skimmed. Well, the thing is, in college, you don't really have the proper time to, like, read.
To give it the time it deserves.
Mm-hmm. Especially, I was working full time. Well, part-time. I was part-time worker, full-time student.
Part-time worker, full-time student.
Yeah,
and that was Chick-fil-A work. So that was.
Yeah, we don't say the C word on the podcast. No, that's fine. All right. Let's just dive into The Blind.
Yeah.
Here are these rare stories. Well, how the impossible happened.
Miss Kay Caraway.
Hi, Phil.
Well,
Promise to love.
And be with you forever.
this is one of those stories.
You can do just about anything you set your mind to, Phil Robertson. But it's the drink. He becomes the devil's side. You know that ain't your brother.
Why you bringing the preacher man around here?
I heard you might be needing one.
We're fine.
I don't think we are, Phil.
I ain't the problem. You're the problem. Get out.
At some point in our lives, we are all going to feel desperately alone. And we realize that we ain't never alone. Someday, you're gonna have to fight for your marriage. When things get tough, guess what you do? You fight.
You must be one of Kay's friends. I know Phil ain't got no good-looking friends.
This is my sister.
Well, no, I was just being friendly.
Why don't you be friendly in that direction over there?
Yeah, okay.
All right, before we go into what we liked and didn't like about the film, let me read a brief synopsis, and hopefully Google the past couple times has not been good with synopsises, so we'll see how good this is. In 1960s Louisiana, future Duck Dynasty star Phil Robertson falls in love and starts a family, but his demons soon threaten to tear everyone apart. As he seeks to conquer the shame of his past, he ultimately finds redemption in an unlikely place.
Okay, my initial thought is they don't mention God once in that synopsis.
In that synopsis,
Look
yeah.
at it. In an unlikely place.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just say, find redemption in Jesus Christ?
Let me see.
I mean, that was a good synopsis, other than the fact that they
curious,
didn't mention faith.
All right, let's try two more. We'll go to Rotten Tomatoes, and then we'll go to, like, theblind.com.
Theblind.com.
Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes.
What does Rotten Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes says. Does Rotten Tomatoes not have a synopsis? Are you kidding me? There. All right, movie. Long before Duck Dynasty's Phil Robertson became a reality TV star, he fell in love with Miss Kay and started a family. But his demons threatened to tear their lives apart. Set in the backwoods swamps of 1960s Louisiana, which I feel like is closer to like 1970s.
Yeah.
The Blind shares never before revealed moments in Phil's life as he seeks to conquer the shame of his past, which is not true. He has shared this a couple times. Granted, the movie goes more in depth, but ultimately finding redemption in an unlikely place. Again, with unlikely place. Okay, let's go. All right, I'm not going to read the rest. Let's go to
I feel like it was, you said probably closer to 70s. I feel like it was the 60s because I just looked up the timeline of the Vietnam War, and I know Psy served in Vietnam.
Well, no, I know he served in Vietnam, but also he came
59 to 63.
But he also came back, and that was kind of when the war was over.
Yeah, that's true. And
don't you remember, like, when he was, when Phil was clean-shaven? I'm pretty sure it said 1973.
Maybe. Well, look, I can just see by that little synopsis on the left that it says unlikely place. It's the same one that it was on Google. Well, I guess that was the official.
Okay, maybe it is the official. Okay, maybe that's the official one.
I stand corrected.
Okay. I think there would be a better... I think they're better... Well, maybe it's also... Maybe they don't want it to come off
like
as a faith film. I mean, it is a faith film, but, I mean... Just an opportunity to draw people in.
Yeah.
You know, some people say, "Oh God, I don't want."
Some people would write it off immediately.
Yeah.
If it were just a faith film.
All right. So, Jim, what were some things like you ultimately liked about the movie?
My favorite parts. The one thing that I was thinking when we were rewatching it that was cool that they brought it back around was. Towards the beginning of the movie, when Big Al comes and to get Phil to go hunting, you can see him hunting and drinking. Yeah, you can see him filling up his Stanley, his coffee, his coffee mug. Yeah, and then they go out and drink. Yeah, and hunt. Yeah, and then later in the film, when Phil is saved. And Big Al comes and tries to get him to come back out and start drinking again. It cuts to a scene of him filling the Stanley again. Yeah, and you think he's gonna go. You think he's gonna go drink, and then he wakes up Al, and he wakes up Al and Jace and tells him, "Let's go hunting."
Yeah, he wakes up his two kids. He wakes up, and it makes it even powerful because when he's originally filling up his Stanley towards the beginning of the film, Alan comes, like his son Alan, not Big Al. Yep. His son Alan comes to him and says, "Can I go hunting with you?" And he says, "Go back to bed. Go back to bed." And then this time, after filling up his Stanley, he goes gets Alan. It's like, "Wake up, your brother.
Wake up, your brother. Let's go hunting."
Yeah.
What was one of your favorite parts? We'll go back and forth.
My favorite part. Okay, so the movie's called The Blind.
Yeah.
And granted, a lot of people probably get confused. By the title, even Phil Robertson said a lot of people probably don't know what a duck blind is, and I tried to. After watching it the first time, I was kind of confused because I don't understand like why. But then I thought about it, and watching it this second time, it makes more sense. So Phil is like the premise of this movie is Phil telling his story
to Al,
to Big Al. In a duck blind.
Yep.
And I love that there are moments while he's telling his story that'll come back to them in the duck blind.
They'll come back to them in the blind.
And then they'll see some ducks and and they'll shoot at a duck and then it'll transition. And I love some of those cinematic shots. I thought, I loved really cool. that. And I felt like, I mean, it did kind of like. You kind of got less of like the blind perspective, like towards the middle, but it became very powerful in the end.
Yeah, another one of my favorite scenes. I know I mentioned this to you last Thursday when I saw you.
Yeah.
Was the very scene at the end. Yeah. When they had the meal around the dinner table and Phil starts the prayer off with, "Lord, I thank you for another good day here on planet Earth." Just like the end of every Duck Dynasty episode. Yep. And I knew they threw that bone in there for the Duck Dynasty fans. But
that's definitely one of my favorite episodes. Well, I think that was, I mean, I know we like keep saying this is references to Duck Dynasty, but
I think that's just what they do.
Yeah, I think that's just what they do. And I don't know, I respect it because it gives you that like...
It gives you hope that...
Yeah, and also I feel like that's a good imagery of what fellowship is.
Yeah. And then my last scene that is just sticking out to me in my brain is obviously the climax of the film, Phil's baptism.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Was cool.
Miss Kay just smiling, and the boys there.
Yeah,
and they're like, Alan had just got done praying.
Yeah,
I miss my dad. Make him a good man.
Yeah,
and. It was like a few minutes before.
Wait, was that a prayer? Did one of the kids pray?
One of the kids prayed that. Because remember, Cy took Alan and Jace to see Phil.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to hug him. And Phil got mad, sent him away. And then it cuts to a scene where the boys are home. Miss Kay's making dinner. They go to sit down. Miss K says,
"Oh yeah,
Alan,
okay,
can you
now
lead us?"
All right, now I remember. Yeah.
Alan,
No.
can you? I think it was Alan.
I think it was Alan.
Alan,
yeah.
can you lead us? And he says, "I miss my daddy. Make him a good man," or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then, like, not far after that is Phil's baptism.
Yeah.
And that was the powerful, like, climax.
Yeah,
that was like the climax of the film.
I mean, I thought that was powerful, but I thought some of the stuff, like, leading up to that, his baptism, because literally, like, seeing him come to Miss K.
When he goes to Miss K.
Yeah, when he's, like, sober.
And he's so defeated.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know what to do, but I know one of the steps is, like, coming to you, and she's like, You need more help than what I can give you.
I'm done with promises.
Yeah, I'm done with promises. She basically says you need Jesus. You need to
Jesus.
give your life to Jesus before you can come home.
And the next scene after that is him talking to Pastor Bill Smith.
Yeah, that was.
Which, I mean, I know they talk a lot about Pastor Bill Smith on the Unashamed podcast. I wish we knew more about him.
I have to say, he was one of my favorite parts of the movie, even though we didn't get a lot of them. And the thing is, okay, I know, like, as someone who has had the calling to be a pastor, who's pursuing ministry, I really liked him because you really see the humanity of, like, being a pastor. Because sometimes I feel like we almost visualize pastors not necessarily as gods, but like as
put them up on a pedestal.
Yeah, as perfect beings. And one of my favorite moments of this film is,
I know what you're gonna say.
When Phil says to him, "I should knock you out right now," and it's like, well, God wants me to forgive you, but that also doesn't mean that he won't forgive me either. And I loved that so much.
That was so good.
Because, like, as someone who's in ministry, I'm not afraid. Like, if someone threatens me or, like, one of my family, I'm not afraid to, like, throw hands to protect myself or my family.
Yeah, that was a really good scene.
Yeah, and that just showed that, like, I don't know, no one is perfect.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I loved.
Yeah,
that was
a really good scene. That gives them some humanitarianism to the pastor.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I like Pastor Bill Smith.
Yeah.
That whole scene of him and Jan going to the bar.
Yeah.
And then he comes back
I'm trying to think.
when Kay. Well, that scene where Kay was thinking about killing herself. That was powerful.
That was powerful too. And literally, she almost did it. I wonder
how accurate that is.
I'm curious too.
Because, like, was she really that close? I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
It would be. I wouldn't surprise me if she was that close of all the things she'd been through. I wonder if Al really went up to the door right when she was about to do it and essentially saved her life.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
I just want to talk about Miss K for a second.
Yeah. I think every actress who portrayed her did, like, a decent job.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know too much about, like, who she was, like, as, like, a child and a teenager, but, like,
it seemed pretty accurate from what I know.
Yeah. Especially made sense, especially, like, her love for, like, the pioneer lifestyle. So many things, like, made sense now after watching that.
I think she's always had that kind of fascination.
Like, in Duck Dynasty, she always, like, talks about, like, pioneer living and, like, Phil's a real pioneer man. And now, like, that makes sense. Like, she's had, like, that love for that lifestyle since
she was a girl.
Yeah, and I kind of see that as a God thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of see that as, like, God preparing her for the life that she was going to live.
And it takes Phil's drinking and his bad behavior takes place over 10 years. So you got to think Miss K was dealing with that for 10 years.
Yeah. She literally said, "I've been fighting for our marriage for 10
years." And one of the things she says in the film, and one of the things she says if you listen to her anytime she speaks, she pretty much says it anytime she's on like one of the podcasts or anything like that, is that her nanny told her that you've got to fight for your marriage.
Yeah, one day you're going to fight for your marriage.
One day you're going to fight for your marriage, and nobody fights for their marriage anymore. And that is obviously a huge theme in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of people take the easy route these days and just walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it must have been hard for her to stay, because I mean, she was living in an abusive.
Oh, definitely.
Not only physically, but like mentally abusive.
Yeah.
And marriage, but she stuck around.
Yeah.
She prayed, and look what happened.
Yeah. Oh. Nothing was more heartbreaking when he was like, get out and take your kids with you. I was just like, oh man. It's just.
I think they were only separated for 3 months.
Yeah, I don't think it was long. Well, yeah. Well, you know how God works. It can literally be. It can take as little as like a few minutes, and as long as like several years.
Yeah, Google says they were only separated for 3 months.
That's crazy. I'm trying to think. What was the other things I liked about this movie? Okay. I liked that we did not know any of the actors in this film.
Yeah.
I liked that. And this is why you
it makes you focus on the story.
Yeah, you focus less on the performance and less of like, oh, is the actor portraying like this person well, and more on the story, which I like that. And I also thought all the actors, for the most part, did a good job.
Yeah.
Like, I thought...
The only actor I knew, and it was only because it was a family member, was Willie, who plays Baby Willie, is Willie's grandson in real life, John Shepard. I think it's John Luke's kid. Yeah. One of John Luke's sons, which is really cool that they had one of the family members in there. And a lot of people might not even realize that.
I don't know, there was a time I thought when they were partying and duck hunting, I thought I saw a dude that kind of looked like Jep. But
I saw that too.
I wasn't sure if that was Jep. I wasn't sure if that was
Jep look-alike.
Yeah, I don't know.
Google says that Phil and Kay started dating in 1964 and got married 2 years later. Yeah. So that means 64. Next year would be their 60th anniversary as a couple, and then probably 58 married. Wow. Which is insane.
That is insane.
60 years. And you got to think.
Yeah.
10 years of bad.
Yeah.
Over 60 years is nothing. I mean, that's a sixth of your relationship. But that little blip.
That Duck Dynasty episode, was it 50? Was it their 50th year anniversary?
I think so. It was like 40, 48 or something.
It was just, wow.
It was just before their 50th.
And they said that at the end of the movie, that was the most watched unscripted television episode ever seen. I'm just like, whoa. Yeah,
which is cool.
Yeah. Another part of the movie I liked that they they started with childhood, they went to teenage, into like college, and then into like the young adulthood.
I love the scene of Kay and her friend when she was a cheerleader walking, talking about Phil, and then Phil walks up to her and be like, "Quarterback Phil Robertson." Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. See their little origin story there. And then they're sitting by the river. They're like, we're going to get a little place. Oh, I love that, too. They're talking about how they're going to get a little place by the river. And then when they reconcile their marriage, the Christmas scene. We didn't even talk about the Christmas scene yet.
What, the Christmas scene?
Yeah, the Christmas scene when Phil comes back. He says to, like, they're sitting after Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Right before he goes hunting.
So, what? This is, like, right after, like, relatively after Phil gets baptized.
Just very shortly after. I think it was the next scene after he got baptized. It was Christmas scene. And
Christmas scene, he takes a whistle from Jace. And he starts, like, whittling at it, like, working on, like, a duck call. And, that scene, just, like...
It was powerful. because they re-go over that.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get you. He says, "I want to get away from old temptations and old friends. We'll get a little place down by the river."
And they're still living there to this day.
And they're still living there to this day.
Just, it's amazing. Yeah. No, that's just.
And if you watch Duck Dynasty, for how much money their house isn't.
No,
It's like a double wide.
It's nothing. It's like a couple double wides.
It's a couple double wides, but like they got millions and millions of dollars. But guess what? They're happy.
Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah. I miss hearing that so much. I need to get that on like an effect on this.
Happy.
Yeah. That's gonna be on the list. I'm trying to think of other things. There's
so much. I could talk all night for the things I liked in this movie.
Okay.
What are the things I liked? The whole thing.
The whole thing. All right. Okay, let's transition to things that that we didn't like. But first, let me so this is technically categorizes as a biopic. Would you yourself categorize it as a biopic? Because personally, for me, I don't think it follows the guidelines of a traditional biopic, and here's why. So I've read Phil's biography. There's quite a bit that doesn't like that the movie doesn't cover, and I've like talked with my mom, and she was a little like bothered by that too, because they kind of rush through the childhood and the teenage years and kind of get into it, which I understand.
They almost have to because
they almost have to, and it's you understand why, because the whole point of this movie is it's a redemption story.
It's the coming to Jesus story.
It's a coming to Jesus story, which I don't think we quite.
I think it's along the lines of a biopic, but I don't think.
I think it's more of a redemption story, redemption story, or a testimonial film.
Yeah, testimonial. That would be a good way to put it.
And
I love how
I think we need more of these.
At the very end, it comes to current day Phil.
Yeah,
and he says this is a true story.
Yes. Okay. I almost forgot. I loved it. They did it with the I Am Second people.
I Am Second, yeah.
So I don't know if you listened to this Unashamed episode. I'm gonna link the Unashamed podcast in the show notes. It's a wonderful podcast. You should listen to it.
It's incredible.
You get to see the Robertsons. They talk about their lives, and they also talk about faith, scripture. They go through. I think they're currently in Luke right now.
Yeah.
So funny story is like the producer, the Robertson cousin, Zach. Mm-hmm. He was trying to like figure out how to end the movie, and he was like, "We almost should end it like I Am Second," and they were like talking about it. And as they were talking about with the Robertson family, they were talking about like right before Unashamed, and I think the producer or like the people who run it were in the studio that day, and like they ended up having a conversation, and they ended up doing it. And
it was with the I Am Second people, which was really, really cool.
And it was because of that conversation.
Yeah.
It was just
that's awesome.
It's funny how God works.
Yeah.
It's one that,
and that was the perfect way to end the film.
Yeah, it was I love the IAMs. I love those videos because it's just it's people telling their testimonies, which I feel like we don't get
enough of that.
We don't get enough of it, and we need to do more of it. Wow, I feel like
normalize loving Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to transition out of that. Okay. Is there anything?
Let's do a youth pastor transition.
Wait. Let me transition.
Transition.
What didn't you like about this film?
Man. I'll let you start.
Okay, so personally for me, I mean, I understand why we didn't focus on them like a lot. I wish we got a little. Actually, okay, childhood. I felt like we skipped over that a little bit, but I felt like we just got enough of it. But I felt like the teenage like film Robertson, like when he's 18, I wish we got a little bit more of that. And I wish the transition from like him as a college student to him as a like young adult, like a father.
That was a very harsh transition. It wasn't harsh, it was just quick.
It was very quick.
It went from him...
Yeah.
I think it went from him giving up football to, like,
him
the new actor's there.
And he's, like, looking for a
job. There would have been cool to see a little bit more of their early marriage.
I mean, and it is like a handful of years later.
I think it would have been cool to see a little more of their early marriage.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't, from what I understand, it wasn't bad right away.
No.
Like, they had a good few years in there.
And the thing is, you literally
until he got that teaching job.
You go from him quitting football to him coming home, seeing, like, young Jason Allen, and I don't know. Oh my goodness, that line was.
I felt like Jason Allen were like the same age the whole movie.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that was kind of the important like time period, because I think a
lot of it happened pretty quick.
Yeah, I think that was only over a couple of years. I love though that scene when Miss K is like, Alan tried to shove a crayon up Jason's nose.
Did it fit?
I just love that. That sounds like something my dad would say.
I am struggling to think of things I didn't like. I'm gonna be honest.
It did kind of like through the entire film, except for when she was a child, it did kind of look like Miss K was wearing a wig the entire time. Granted,
that's just how hair was back then.
Yeah, that's what also I was thinking. I guess I don't know. I guess
the actress Miss K was awesome.
I wish we got a little bit more of Psy, but but that might be something.
I wish we got more
else
of the other Robertson siblings.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like Jan.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish we got.
I think all my complaints are I wish we had more. I wish this was like a 12-hour film.
Well, the thing is, this film, how long was this film?
2 hours. It's just under 2 hours.
It was just under 2. I almost. Oh, okay. Well, I think 2 hours with credits. Right here, it's coming in at 1:45.
Oh yeah.
Which it feels more like 1:45 walking out of the theater.
That's true because we were back in our cars by 8 o'clock, and the movie started at 6, so it's just shy of.
I wish you could almost add like another half an hour to the film, and I think maybe
I feel like they didn't want it to run too long.
Yeah, that's true.
They got the important parts.
Yeah,
but I wish I was a little bit more.
Yeah, I guess the part that I don't like is like I wish it was more about biography, but I feel like we need more of these the Jesus like redemption films.
I don't think they wanted it to be like a documentary biography.
Yeah.
They wanted it to be an actual interesting movie.
Here's the thing. So we had two like movies who were kind of come to Jesus movies this year. We had Jesus Revolution,
which I did not watch yet.
Yeah. And we had this movie.
I'm a slacker.
And the thing is, I'll tell you right now, I honestly prefer The Blind over the Jesus Revolutionary. Or Jesus Revolution. And this is why. No offense to Greg Laurie, but it's kind of the Greg Laurie story. And Greg Laurie in the Jesus Revolution is kind of a side character, but in the movie he's a main character. And Lonnie Frisbee is kind of a main character in the Jesus Revolution, and in this movie he's kind of a side character. And
I see.
And that film is more of a biography and kind of these people's lives during the Jesus Revolution.
Yeah.
This movie is literally, you see a good man go to like the lowest part, and through faith, through coming to Jesus, becomes born again.
And it's somebody we already knew.
Yes,
somebody we grew up with.
Yes, someone who we grew up with. And it's just like, sure, we heard the story, but to visualize that, or to like see it, I mean,
and I always looked up to Phil Robertson.
Oh,
like,
and you went okay. I will tell.
Like
I didn't
crazy.
say this when we went to see the movie the first time. You wanted to see it. You were the one who come to me. Let's go see this movie.
To go see this movie.
And I had heard of it, but I was not that excited because I was just like
Noah is not emphasizing enough how much I hyped this movie up without seeing it.
Yeah,
me and my uncle have been looking forward to this movie for the last 2 years. Like the moment I found out they were making it, I was looking forward to it. I got a history of texts.
I heard about this movie a month ago. I was listening to the Unashamed podcast.
I got texts going back with my uncle like a year or 2 years. The Blind comes out in a year. The Blind comes out in 6 months. And then we found out it was coming out right around when we were going on vacation. But like I was more excited for The Blind than I was for Family Vacation. Which says something. And I was thinking of somebody to go see it with, and Noah was the perfect person because I knew he was a Duck Dynasty fan.
Yeah, I mean, you asked,
and I honestly was expecting you to be a lot more excited.
If you ask me to go see a movie, there's a very low chance that I will say no.
And the viewers obviously don't know our friendship like we do, but I'm not a movie guy.
Oh, I'm the movie guy.
He's the movie guy.
I'm the movie guy.
You have to like drag me kicking and screaming.
And it was the opposite.
It was the opposite, which is really weird, but it ended up working out.
I was just not really excited for this movie.
I think you were.
My expectations were low.
I think you were worried it was going to let you down.
Oh, because that's what Christian movies do a lot. Like, if you
So what did you like? First time we saw it, what were your thoughts leaving the movie theater?
Oh, I thought it was amazing. I was just like
blown away.
Yeah, I was blown away because it was just I mean, maybe we want more, but maybe that it was so simple was what we loved about it because there was like less filler. It hit the important part, like that. If you live life like carefree, unchecked, eventually everything's just going to collide, and you are going to be in this dark pit, so alone, and just you're going to come to a part where you either going to choose death, which is just like eternal darkness, forever suffering, or you're going to choose life
in Jesus Christ.
And yeah, that movie, I thought, did it perfectly. And now, I don't know. I do think, I'm curious how other people who, who haven't seen Duck Dynasty, who may not be fans of the Robertson family, view this film.
Yeah. Somebody who doesn't know the story coming into it.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, I guess...
See, if we didn't know the story...
and I think that's another reason why I wasn't excited, because I knew his story. If we didn't know
the story going into it, we wouldn't be wanting more, because we'd be like, oh man, like, this guy went through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the audience it's trying to capture.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was very, very happy with it.
Yeah.
I was bold enough to say on the way home, the first time I saw it, to my mother and my father, I think this is my favorite movie I've ever seen. I'm not a movie guy, so the standard is low.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
But
I would say it would probably be my favorite or one of my favorite faith films.
Okay,
because faith films are not... I mean, we're getting better. We are getting better. I think The Chosen has definitely set the bar, and we're shooting for that bar. Well, also, I Can Only Imagine, too.
Yeah.
That was an amazing movie.
Noah is a huge movie buff, though. You guys don't realize. I'm looking at a wall full of about 500 movies.
Well, you think
I don't know.
I'm a movie buff. You should meet some of my friends. Like, Zach of the Godfellas podcast. He's more of a movie
there's
buff.
More behind. Oh,
those are books.
There's a lot.
That's
of movies.
all from college. And look, some VHS tapes. before we do our ratings, let's
how's the rating scale work? You'll have to explain it to me.
I'll explain it to you, but let's look at some other ratings. So IMDb gave it like a 6.6 out of 10, which I kind of think it's ridiculous.
Click on that. Let's break that down a little bit.
Let's see how
does it have it.
IMDb rating. Can I click on this? Oh, I can rate it. Okay, I might do that later.
It doesn't break it down like
no,
it
it doesn't. I don't think it does. Let's see. Do we know?
They're harsh.
Wow, these actors and actresses like look completely different than they do in the film. I'm just curious. The main actor, I wonder if he's been in anything else. Has he been in anything else? No. Wait, whoa. He was
Indiana Jones
in the Dial of Destiny?
I did not know that.
Wait, what was it? All right, what's this dude's name? The main actor is Aaron Von Andrian. Okay,
like
so what did he play in Indiana Jones? I'm so curious.
I know they used 2 different actresses for K, like high school K. Well, they used more than 2, but high school K and then like adult K. But I mean, those girls look the same.
Is he just like? Oh, I guess he wasn't like. Maybe he was a back. Yeah, he wasn't one of the main ones. But wow.
Go to Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes. It makes me happy with Rotten Tomatoes, but granted, I don't know how many reviews it got. It has
99%.
It has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that the tomato meter, or is that?
No,
there's no tomato meter.
It's audience score,
and that tells you how the film is actually doing.
Wait, there's 4 reviews on the tomato meter. Let me see what those.
I don't trust the tomato meter.
Interesting backstory of Duck Dynasty patriarch. Okay, that's 6 out of 10. Fair. That's ridiculous. Whatever potential it had, the film just isn't very good with or without fact checking. 1.5 out of 4. All right, Roger Moore, that you're just ridiculous.
I strongly disagree with that.
Here's a genuinely heartfelt, honest, and inspirational, emotional journey, well worth taking.
Accurate.
What
was her score?
It doesn't say. But I would say probably like a 5 out of 5. Yeah. Phil Robertson's fans will certainly gel to it. Viewers less familiar with the man may enjoy it too, as it offers insight into how and why he was struck a chord with millions of people.
That's fair, but the second one, I firmly disagree with. Isn't very good without fact checking. I don't. With or without fact checking, what is there to fact check? This all happened.
I don't think this dude either watched the movie, or if he did,
he probably didn't watch it,
or he just watched it through a super critical lens.
And he's probably, if I had to guess, pretty anti-Christian.
Well, some people don't look for what they can take out of the movie. They just look at it as just like a piece of art.
I was watching it for the story. I wasn't watching it.
I want to see some of the viewer scores.
Yeah.
It's like over 500 viewer scores. A lot of these are 4s and 5s. It's very heartwarming. It's very heartwarming knowing God can fix anyone. Oh my goodness!
And this is where the real reviews come in.
Excellent movie, very well done. The best part was the message of the gospel, though.
Amen.
We can all see ourselves in the story. Definitely recommend.
Amen.
Great movie, a true feel-good story. I don't know if feel-good stories would be the word.
I think it's pretty good. Okay. Towards the end, it's a feel-good story.
All right. Great story of love, forgiveness, and redemption. Amen.
Couldn't said it better myself.
It was a great movie. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Elaborate.
Awesome, heartfelt movie. My heart and soul was moved greatly. Definitely recommended. Okay, here we have one-star review. AC was not working.
Okay.
Movie was good, but hard to concentrate during sweating and uncomfortable. Okay,
they're complaining about the theater, not the movie.
Oh my!
They said the movie was good, but they gave it a 1-star score. It's not their fault the theater AC wasn't working.
Yeah. No. Okay. So
That's
overall
funny.
consensus from viewers, it's a
Viewers like it.
Yeah, viewers like it. Critics don't seem to. I mean, Google 4.9 out 9 stars, 200 ratings. Yeah, that is high.
That's high.
Yeah.
I think people really are taking to this movie.
All right. So if I'm going to count my change, so this is the part where I rate a movie in change, basically under $1.
Under $1.
Under $1. Well, I mean, $1 would be like a perfect movie. It's basically like percentages, but like with change.
But with change.
I don't know. The thing is, I'm trying to think. Okay. As a film by itself, I think it's probably like an 85 or 90 cent movie. But as a faith film, it's $1. It's $1. I think this is I think it is a perfect faith film. I think we need more of those simple come to Jesus stories that people can relate to.
I was gonna give it $1 too.
Okay. Yeah.
Coming off the street, it might be like 90 cents because you don't know the story. So there's probably a little bit of background you don't know. But for me, like you said, a perfect Christian movie.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because it's interesting.
Yeah, it's
interesting. Watchable.
Yeah.
You could not have a relationship with Jesus. You could not care about Jesus, and you could go in and watch that movie and thoroughly enjoy it. Like, it's actually an interesting story of how somebody turned their life around.
Yeah, I agree. But if we get back to just talking about it as a film.
Just talking about it as a film.
I don't think this is a movie I could constantly rewatch. I think this is a good tool. I think this is a movie that you watch it once or twice by yourself, but then if you watch any more times,
you show it to other people.
Yeah. And I think this would be a great movie to show in churches. I think churches need to.
I was
get this
just
movie.
as interested in the movie the second time I saw it as I was the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's going to be like the third or fourth time.
Well, granted, the main reason we wanted to see it again is because the first time we were stuck in the first row.
Yeah, we were stuck in the first row because somebody didn't order tickets online. That would be me.
Yeah.
And our necks were like near broken.
Yeah.
And Noah wasn't too happy the second time we saw it because the people were behind us were being noisy.
Yeah,
their alarm went off halfway through the movie.
Oh, and it took them like 2 minutes to turn it off too.
Did you see me look at my phone because I thought it was me for a second?
Oh, I was just trying to remain calm because there were several times during the movie I wanted to say, "Could you be quiet?" But
he held his peace.
Yeah, I held my peace.
I was impressed.
I was just it's hard sometimes. Well, also I was kind of tired and I just didn't feel like doing it either. Yeah. But that's what we have to say about The Blind. Okay, if they did another movie about one of the Robertson family, what movie would you want to see?
Okay, Al's story is interesting.
Really, I don't know much about it.
I don't know too much about it, but I know Al went through a lot of the similar things.
Yeah. This
Al or I don't know.
The thing
I'd
is,
like to know more about Cy.
I would want to see the Cy Robertson film, and I would because I've seen the interesting things in his book. Granted, I don't know if it would basically kind of turn into a Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I want to know more about Cy and his life.
And the thing is, I'd love to know his story, but the thing is, would they want to make that film though?
Because probably not as interesting.
well, probably not as interesting, is that they made this film with the sole purpose of telling Phil's redemption story.
Yeah.
And that's like why they didn't like go into some other stuff, like in Phil's story, and because like they didn't focus like a lot. They didn't focus a lot on the college stuff like before. Like he fell into like alcohol, and they didn't focus a lot on the duck call stuff like after he was saved.
I would like the 40-some-year-old Phil to the now story, however old he was when the movie left off. I want to know.
That would probably be like a 3-hour
the Duck
film.
Commander origin story, if that makes sense.
So biography or documentary?
Kind of like biopic, like this one was. I know it's not like a perfect biopic, like we talked about earlier, but a biopic of the duck, of how he.
I don't know. Yeah,
the Duck Commander story is interesting too, of how he built the business and how they made millions and turned it into a TV show.
I would like to. All right, I'd like this movie, or no, I'd like to see this movie in the lens of a biopic.
Yeah,
like with more. Like I don't know if there's an extended cut or if this is just like. I'd like to see it, but like my final consensus of the film might not be a perfect biopic, but perfect faith film.
Perfect faith film, and now I'm like hooked on that idea. I just thought of that. I want to see from the moment Phil made his first duck call, to
that
Duck Dynasty.
I
want the
agree.
first duck call to Duck Dynasty.
What if they just did? What if they just like did? Like, but not just
that's
Phil.
Gotta be a good story.
Why not just Phil, but like the entire family?
Yeah,
like,
the entire family.
Literally, just call the movie Duck Dynasty.
Yeah,
the Duck Dynasty movie.
The Duck Dynasty story.
So many people would line up to watch that.
I would be the first one in the theater.
But I would say, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a perfect biopic because when I don't know, my standards of a perfect biopic would probably be like Beautiful Minds.
Never seen that. My standard of a perfect biopic is I have no clue.
I have no clue. All right.
The only other biopic I've ever seen is the Weird Al one, which severely let me down.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the Weird Al biopic is like a dramatization, and it's not accurate. I went into that movie. Boy, was I let down.
All right. Since we're taking a page out of the Godfellas playbook, I thought just dive in and or in the words of Stephen Curtis Chapman, we're going in, we're diving deep. We're jumping. Yeah,
jumping into the deep end.
No, I'm diving in. I'm going deep.
I know what you were going for. I said I went a different direction.
So all right. Today we're on this podcast doing a game for the second time, and it's everyone's favorite, yay or nay.
Yay or nay.
All right, so Jaden, I'm going to give you. I'm turning my monitor so you can't see it. I'm going to give you a celebrity, and you're going to tell me whether or not there was a biopic made about them.
Weird Al was yes.
No, I'm not doing that one anymore.
He had that idea when we were leaving the theater, and then I said Weird Al, and he was like, well, I guess I can't do that idea anymore. It was funny.
Okay.
It happened just like that.
Yeah, it did. It was kind of sad. See. Okay. Terry Bradshaw and theme of the movie.
I think there was a Terry Bradshaw movie at one point. I don't know for sure. I know he does a lot of sports commentating now.
So,
was there a Bradshaw movie?
I'm going to go with no.
Oh man.
The thing is, he's been in a lot of movies.
I knew he was in movies.
Because he's
I wasn't sure if there was a movie about him.
If you look, like, there's a lot of, like, Terry Bradshaw movies, but I'm not seeing one that's like sticking out as like the Terry Bradshaw movie. Yeah. All right. One wrong. 9 more to go.
I'm not doing too hot.
Okay. We're gonna do. Wait, I'm thinking. Give me a second. I need to think of celebrities. Oh, okay. I got one. J. Edgar Hoover. Do you remember who that is?
No.
No. Okay. Let me
remind me.
Don't look towards the screen.
What's he known for?
J. Edgar Hoover was an American law enforcement administrator who served as the final director of the Bureau of Investigation and the first
FBI.
Director of the FBI.
President
Cap.
There's 100% a movie on him.
Yeah, that's correct. You for double points. What actor stars in that movie?
I have no clue.
You know this actor.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Everyone knows this actor. It's now on the
I'm looking at a picture of the guy so I can see who they would cast to look like him.
No, it's not look-alike.
Oh man, for double points. Is the actor still alive today?
Yeah. He's very popular.
Tom Cruise?
No, it's not Tom Cruise. It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
That obvious. How did I not get that?
I actually have that movie up on the shelf. I'll show it to you later. All
right, hit me with another one.
Okay, let me think. Okay. We're going to do. Oh, this could be easy, but Elvis Presley.
Yeah, there's an Elvis Presley
biopic. It literally just came out.
Yeah, that one's. Isn't it called Presley?
No, it's called Elvis.
Oh, it's called Elvis.
All right, don't look at the screen.
Looking away.
Okay, so what? That was number 3, right?
So I had 2 right and 1 wrong.
Okay. So, all right, you have 2 right. All right. Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
Yep. You positive?
That's American Sniper guy.
Yeah,
right?
that American Sniper. I guess some of these are not celebrities. Maybe I should just do celebrities or famous people.
Ask me about Weird Al.
No, I'm not gonna ask you about that. Okay. Abraham Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln.
They have to have. It might not be a biopic, but they have to have made. Yeah, I'm gonna say yay.
Yeah, they did it. It's called Lincoln.
I was gonna say there has to be a Lincoln movie.
Okay. Keeping with the theme, George Washington.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
At least I don't think so. Let me check. Let me double check. I'm fact checking. I don't think there is. All right, let's be honest. Would any of us want to see the George Washington biopic?
Yeah, that would be sick. George Washington.
No.
George Washington was a baller.
I would not want to see the George Washington biopic. You want to see a dude who's I don't know. I wouldn't want. I mean, sure, he becomes.
He's the father of our country.
President. I wouldn't say the father. He's one of the founding fathers.
I would say George Washington. Was one of the greatest men to ever live. He's the man that gave up a kingdom.
So it's giving me a director, but Hey,
I was right.
Wait. Wait.
I'll take my point. There's a couple of them. Washington's Armor. George Washington,
I'll
give film.
I'll give
Come
it to you.
On, that's my point. I'll take my point.
I'll give it to you. All right.
All right, let's do one more.
One more? You want to do 10? Okay, well, yeah.
Oh, we could do 10. I didn't know that was the goal.
All right. Wyatt Earp.
I have no clue who that is, so no.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
You've never heard of Tombstone?
Tombstone? No.
Tombstone? Oh, bro, it's a great movie.
I'm telling you, dude, I'm not a movie guy.
Oh, we need to make you watch some of these.
We need to make.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of some I'm trying to figure out who you would actually know. Oh. You might know this. You might not. Is this? Wait. I mean, they say. I'm curious. Wait, let me check. I'm double checking to see. Oh no. This may not be a bot. No, we're not gonna do that one. Wow, I should have did better planning. Trying to think. Oh, Charles Lindbergh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Almost any famous person that you can think of, there's been a movie about him. Trying to think. President Obama.
No.
That would be incorrect. There is a movie about President Obama. And you want to know who made that movie?
Who?
It was Lionsgate.
Really?
Yeah, it was the same people who made I Can Only Imagine.
I did not know that. I didn't know that movie existed.
Okay, so I think we're down to the last one. I'm trying to think. Wait, they count. Oh, I guess. Oh, I guess. Sound Music is technically a biopic. Okay, one more. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Okay, let's do a Christian artist for the last one. Jeremy Camp.
Is there a Jeremy Camp movie?
Yeah. Is there? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, there is.
Really?
Yeah, it's called I Still Believe. Oh my goodness, that movie will make you cry.
I will have to watch that.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I think you got what? Final score? I think it's like either 8 or 9 out of 10. Not bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Granted, I should have did better preparation.
I think your prep work could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, prep work. I literally came up with this on the fly.
Hey, it's all right. Next time. It just gives me an excuse to come back.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe
I'll see you guys in 3 years when they make the next Robertson movie.
Yeah. Maybe we need to make doing faith films on this show a regular thing. Yeah, you hear that, Zach? I'm coming for your gig. No, I would
coming
never.
For your bottom line, Zach.
No, I wouldn't. I love Zach. I love Hannah. I love Jimmy. I'm not. No, that's literally my favorite. You don't even. Have you even listened?
I have listened to Godfellas.
Yeah, I love them. I love those.
Because I discovered them through your podcast.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
And then I went on the Godfellas deep dive.
Oh, you want to know how I discovered Godfellas?
How?
I think I shared this on an episode one of theirs, but I think it got corrupted. So I was looking for 321 Penguins music.
Oh my god.
Cause I loved 321 Penguins as a kid, and I loved the songs. And I was looking on Spotify for 321 Penguins. No, you shouldn't say this
on the internet.
And you want to know what came up?
What?
An episode of Godfellas when they did 321 Penguins. I listened to that episode, and then I listened to all their other VeggieTales episodes, and then I was like, wait, there's other like Christian films that I've seen that they've talked about.
I love it. That is so awesome.
And then I started this podcast, and my co-host had like a situation where he couldn't like be on the show, and so I had to like figure out how to have other guests. And literally one of my first things was like, maybe I should ask one of the hosts of Godfellas if they want to come do an episode. I was like, hey, I know you might be busy, but do you want to come on my podcast? And he was like, yeah. And we've been friends ever since.
That's
and
freaking
just,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
so cool.
But yeah.
Because of 3-2-1 Penguins.
Oh, yeah, because of 3-2-1 Penguins. I love the Penguins.
We love the Penguins.
Before we say farewell, Jaden, is there anything you would like to plug?
Let me find my Instagram handle.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to keep that private or not.
I don't have any.
If you find it or not find it.
Jaden_Pfizer.
Yep. The handle will be in the show notes, and you can follow me and the stuff I post for this podcast at Two Sides of the Same Coin Pop with number 2. Hopefully, by the time you're listening to this, hopefully I've gotten better at posting stuff, and maybe I'll put a clip of this episode with video, maybe.
Ooh, maybe not the video.
Maybe not the video, maybe just the audio. And if you'd like to send in suggestions that you want to hear us talk about, movie suggestions, show suggestions. Wow, I'm getting tongue-tied.
Say that 10 times fast.
No, I won't. Your love, your hate, Mel.
If you want me back, flood the comments.
Yeah, what comments? But you can message me about it.
That's
Say
true.
Get Jaden back. Yeah, tell your friends about us. And tell us about your friends. That's what my friend Skylar. I love saying that because my friend Skylar said that in an episode. And I feel like I have to say that almost every time.
Funny. I love it.
Yeah, I have been the host of Two Sides of the Same Coin.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been a pleasure. I won't say my pleasure because you know why. And Jaden, there's one thing.
My pleasure.
There's one thing I want you to know before I sign off.
And what would that be?
You ate my enchilada.
I know I didn't.
There was no note, Jaden. There was no note.